Hello everyone, my name is Princ and I'm the Business Development Manager at Hybrid Air Vehicles. It is a real pleasure to join you at the Orkney Aviation Festival, albeit online. Today I'll be sharing the story of Airlander, a pioneering British aircraft that offers a new path for aviation. Across the session, I'll introduce the aircraft itself, the market it serves, and our fleet ambition. Throughout, I'll emphasize not only the technical strengths, but also the sustainability benefits, because Airlander is about more than flying. It's about creating a lower carbon, more resilient way to connect people and places. This slide outlines the flow of today's talk. We'll begin with an overview of Airlander 10, what it is and how it differs from traditional aircraft. We'll then look at the markets it can support, from advanced air mobility and ecotourism through to logistics and surveillance. And after that, we'll look at the wider Airlander family, which scales beyond the 10-ton aircraft to larger, more capable variants. Airlander 10 is a hybrid aircraft, not lighter than air, but carefully balanced between helium lift, aerodynamic form, and efficient propulsion. It can carry up to 10 tons at the moment, with a range of 2,000 nautical miles at full payload. It is designed for endurance and able to fly multi-day missions, and is both quiet and highly fuel efficient. The production version will be certified by CAA, EASA and FAA, ensuring safe operation at night and in all weather. This is world first design and built in Bedford, representing British innovation in sustainable aviation. Here we see key characteristics of the aircraft compared to similar like-for-like category of traditional aircraft, Airbus A320. Its wing-shaped body provides lift, while helium reduces fuel burn and emissions by up to 90%. Future models will integrate hydrogen fuel cells and electric propulsion, enabling zero-emission flights. It doesn't require a runway. It can take off and land on grass, sand, ice or water, so the platform is versatile with spacious interiors, configurable for freight, passengers or surveillance payloads. In short, it's designed for efficiency and adaptability and sustainability. And it's set to make aviation accessible to places conventional aircraft cannot reach at the moment. Between 2016 and 2017, Airlander completed a series of test flights proving the fundamental technology. Those flights validated stability, endurance and operational safety. The learnings from the program fed directly into the design of the production aircraft, giving hybrid air vehicles a platform that is not just theoretical, but proven in flight. The result is an aircraft that's ready to move from prototype to commercial production, which is a critical step in bringing this new category of aviation to market. There's a large gap at the moment between today's fast and energy-intensive aircraft and slower infrastructure-dependent surface transport. This leads to unmet needs, constraints and inefficiencies. Conventional aviation and shipping require heavy infrastructure and consumes large amounts of energy. Road and rail have their own limits in cost and reach. The Airlander creates a new category able to carry meaningful payloads with far less energy and without the need of airport infrastructure. It provides resilience, flexibility and efficiency, and it makes it an attractive alternative where sustainability and connectivity are both priorities. This comparison shows where Airlander sits relative to other transport modes. We see Airlander position against other modes. It sits between aircraft, road, rail and shipping, but crucially, it creates direct connections. It removes dependence on runways and ports, and it can connect communities and supply chains that are currently underserved. This is why we describe it as a new category. It combines the efficiency of surface transport with the reach of aviation, but at a fraction of the environmental cost. So it fills the gap to grow services in underserved places, unlock congested and vulnerable networks, and break the link between growth and emissions. Airlander's main points can be summarized as the aircraft is flight proven and ready for production. It is efficient with ultra-low emission today and zero emission option in development. It is unconstrained by an infrastructure operating from grass, sand, water or ice. And it scales. We are starting at 10 tons today to 50 or even 200 tons tomorrow. And it offers a long range and multi-day endurance, opening up opportunities that no other aircraft can match. So the key markets for Airlander are diverse. In advanced air mobility or regional mobility, it can carry 100 passengers with emissions reduced by up to 90% compared to conventional aircraft, or zero eventually with electric power. In ecotourism, it offers luxury multi-day aerial cruises with panoramic views. For communications and surveillance, it provides multi-ton payloads and up to 5 days endurance at medium altitude. And in logistics, it delivers outsized freight directly, bypassing bottlenecks and reducing dependency on congested infrastructure. So this slide illustrates the passenger experience. Airlander 10 can carry 100 passengers in an airline-style cabin, but with more space, less noise, and more light. And the cabin itself is unpressurized, so no popping ears. Because it avoids airports and doesn't really need to use airport infrastructure, dedicated terminals are possible, making journey faster and more pleasant. It is accessible for passengers with reduced mobility and allows flexible baggage handling. So the Airlander redefines the passenger journey. It makes it more comfortable, more inclusive, and far more sustainable. Further to what we saw in previous slide, you can see the cabin layout and the difference between 100 passenger option and 72 passenger cabin that's alike to a business class seating. So the platform itself has been studied and surveyed in the Scottish Highlands and Islands. We've selected some locations with varied demographic profiles, from beach landing, water operations, small airfields, as well as large airports. When we've looked at technical and operational feasibility, the infrastructure requirement, as well as weather dependency. And we are pleased to say that the Airlander can operate safely and reliably in all year-round operations with high weather reliability. The ecotourism is one of the most exciting applications for Airlander 10. The aircraft can provide aerial sightseeing, multi-day cruises, or regional journeys that combine comfort with sustainability. It creates new experience for visitors that are low impact, and they open up natural landscapes without damaging them. And it does really offer a new type of tourism, experiential, luxury, and responsible, supporting local economies while reducing the carbon footprint of travel. This is one of the key markets stem from the work in the Highlands and Islands, with 6 of the Airlander aircraft on reserve for the deployment in this region. And this makes Airlander not just a way to get from A to B, but part of the journey itself. The passengers can enjoy quiet flights, spacious cabins, and panoramic views, creating a flying cruise experience. And it does combine aspiration and sustainability and still offers luxury without compromise on the environment. Here we see example of interiors for leisure and tourism. Dining areas, lounges, and even bedrooms can be configured for the application of the aircraft. So looking ahead, the Airlander family will scale. The next iteration of the Airlander will be scoped and designed to carry vast volumes of payload that will put the Airlander at a very competitive position for the freight and logistics market. This makes it competitive for existing freighters, but with lower infrastructure needs and emissions. It is natural evolution of the platform that expands its role from regional mobility into heavy logistics while keeping sustainability at its core. And this cost comparison shows Airlander's potential. Per ton kilometre, it is more affordable than ice roads or rotary aircraft and competitive with rail and sea. And really what makes it unique is the combination of low cost, speed and flexibility, operating point to point across terrain where other options are either too costly or not available at all. And this slide illustrates the Airlander payload module. It includes space for passengers or light freight, as well as a main bay capable of carrying 6 20-foot containers. And with cranes, tying downs and wide access door, it's designed for efficient loading and unloading. So it is a flexible logistics platform that can handle everything from people to heavy equipment with ease. The remote industries are a clear example of where Airlander offers real value. Around 90% of planning objections are linked to the environmental impact of access infrastructure. And that's where Airlander eliminates the need for road or pipelines by flying directly to site, overflying sensitive habitats without disturbing them. And it's cost effective compared to ice roads, amphibious across different terrains, and redeployable as projects evolve. It makes remote industries both more sustainable and more economically viable. And really, this slide reinforces that Airlander is not just a concept. The prototype has flown and the production aircraft is ready for certification with an order book of aircraft to be delivered to their clients. So it has application across passenger mobility, tourism, logistics and surveillance, and it aligns with the urgent need to decarbonize aviation while offering resilience and flexibility. So we believe the Airlander is a solution that's ready now, not decades away, and it's a platform for the future of sustainable aviation. Well, thank you for taking time with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation and you join us on the exciting journey that Airlander is about to embark on. Thanks again.